those of you joining us, we appreciate you joining us today. Hey, Doc. Oh, perfect. There we go. All right. So I no longer hear an echo, so hopefully you don't all either. But my name is Danielle Schwager. I am a recruitment specialist at Tri-C's Western Campus. My job is to help students through the application and admission process. And so I'll talk to you a little bit about that later. But the meat and potatoes of today is learning more about our Public Safety Center of Excellence. So I'm not sure who's going to kick us off today, but I'm going to turn it over to that team. And they're going to talk to you about the wonderful programs and opportunities that Tri-C has to offer. And so take it away.
Good morning. I am so excited and thrilled to be able to introduce to you the Public Safety Center of Excellence at Cuyahoga Community College, where futures begin. The Public Safety Center of Excellence is committed to the preservation, the advancement, and the enrichment of public safety life, not just in Northeastern Ohio, but the entire world. Our programs represent criminal justice with police and security, emergency medical services with EMS and paramedic, captioning and court reporting, being one of the few institutions in the United States to offer 3 unique tracks in voice, transcription, and digital. Our award-winning paralegal program that recently just completed a rigorous and arduous accreditation process and being given the ability now to offer programs completely online. And certainly, last but not least, our exceptional fire program, servicing virtually every single fire and EMS house in Northeastern Ohio. So with that, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the people who make all of this happen. And we will go in order. And if you would introduce the person coming after you, that would be fantastic. I will put up a slide on the screen that we can all share. But the bottom line is this particular Center of Excellence is one that has reached both regional and national accolades for its excellence and continuing work. So with that, let me introduce the head of our police academies, our security academies, our drone academies, and who oversees a $20 million advancement in the college, Jamie Tavano.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jamie Tavano. I'm the Director of Public Safety Training for Law Enforcement. As Dr. P said, yeah, we encompass a lot here with Law Enforcement Training Division. We do the Police and Fire Academies, Corrections Academy, Dispatch Academies, Drone Academy, and we do advanced training for outside agencies. Next.
That's excellent. Jamie, I was wondering if you could tell me, what's the requirements to get into the program? Do they have to do any type of physical education or anything related to that?
Well, if you're talking about the Police Academy, yes. Okay, we are, well, for lack of a better word, we are sanctioned by the state of Ohio. We have guidelines, requirements by Ohio Peace Officer Training Council. I got a lot of feedback somewhere.
Are there any age requirements?
Well, with the college, technically no, 18 minimum to come to Police Academy. However, we strongly advise not to come in at the age of 18. In the state of Ohio, you must be 21 years of age to be a police officer. Once you complete the Police Academy, you have 2 years to become a police officer, to be a commissioned police officer. If you do not become a police officer within 2 years, you lose your certification. You have to go through the academy again. So hence being 18 years old, you're done with the academy at 18 years old, and you can't be hired till you're 21. So you're talking about two and a half years to hopefully get hired. So the likelihood of you losing your commission is pretty great at that point. So we do recommend 20-year-olds that, don't come in before 20 years of age. Plus, besides, you come in at 18 years old. I mean, at 18 years old, you should concentrate on your associate degree. You got 2 years to get your associate degree done. You take that next step and come to the police academy. Hence, you become more marketable when it comes to job opportunities that arise.
Excellent. And one last question for you, Mr. Tavano. What's the job outlook for those serving in law enforcement?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, there's a shortage of police officers on a national level. So for students, that's a good thing. So just about everybody's hiring. There's a huge demand for police officers.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else you wanted to add, Mr. Tavano?
No, if you have any questions, please feel free to call our office, 216-987-3076, and ask for Nancy. She is a program coordinator. She can answer any and all your questions.
Thank you so much. I next want to introduce Kelly Morans, who is the director of the Captioning and Court Reporting Program, who will provide a background for you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kelly Morans. I'm the program director, as Dr. P said, for Captioning and Court Reporting. And so many people don't know what a court reporter does or is. And so it's the person that captures the spoken word during a legal proceeding. So you can do it with a steno machine. That's one of our tracks with specialized keys. This is what the keyboard looks like. You can do it using voice writing technology, using a voice mask, or you can now do it with digital reporting and transcription. So you would have a headset on and you would listen to what's being said as it's being digitally recorded. And it all culminates into a transcript of every single word that was spoken. So if you like to text, steno might be for you. If you like to talk, voice writing might be for you. And if you like technology, maybe digital reporting and transcription could be for you. You have the opportunity to work in a courtroom, in a classroom, helping the deaf and hard of hearing community. You can work in conference rooms, and you can work from home. One of the jobs of steno and voice writers is to provide the captions on the bottom of your TV screen. So imagine being able to watch the NBA finals tonight and being that captioner and getting paid to watch TV. So when it's good, it's a court reporter. When it's not so great, it's run through software. It does take a lot of skill and practice, just like playing basketball, a sport, or learning a new language, something like that. But the rewards are phenomenal. You can earn anywhere between $45,000 to $100,000 per year as you gain experience. So all your hard work pays off. You can earn a degree or a certificate at Tri-C in any of these areas. And just like with police, there's a shortage in the industry. There's demand everywhere. You could take your classes here, move to somewhere else if you would like, stay right here in Northeast Ohio. And we have had 100% employment for those seeking jobs for over 20 years. So the requirements are good English skills. We really don't look so much at your math score unless you are pursuing the degree. So you can reach out through the Public Safety Center of Excellence, and I'd be happy to tell you more. We actually have a free class in September that you can take to try it out and see if it would be a good fit for you.
Thank you, Kelly. Kelly, where do your students come from? I know primarily Northeast Ohio, but do they come from other places as well?
We actually have students all around the country because you can take your entire program online. We even have a student in the UK, and we've had a student from Seoul, Korea in the past. So it doesn't really matter where you live, but please tell someone about the secret profession or come and check it out for yourself.
Thank you so much, and congratulations again on all of the recognition you and your faculty continually receive from the various accrediting agencies and journals. So thank you. With that, I would like to introduce one of the leading educators in Northeast Ohio. You've got the opportunity to hear from Jamie Tavano. I would now like to introduce to you Mr. Ed Bach, who heads our Emergency Medical Services, our EMT and paramedic programs. Ed, if you would be so kind.
Thank you for the introduction. So let's see if I can share. There we go. So I took a few minutes to put together a little slide presentation. Now I got to figure out how I want to do this. There we go. So again, this is the Emergency Medical Technology Program, also shortened up as EMT. And again, I am the program director, which runs the program at all 4 campuses. The program itself is designed to train candidates to become certified in the state of Ohio. And obviously, we do take care of medical emergencies as well as trauma. We are the ones that try to stabilize, immobilize any fractures, put them on a cot, take them to a hospital for further care. And again, there's a mark of different certifications involved. We go from anywhere from doing CPR and using the AED in cardiac arrest. We have airway treatment to make sure people can breathe, oral airways, advanced airways. And I'm sure if you watch some of the fire, like Chicago Fire or Chicago EMTs, you probably seen them use tubing down the throat for intubation for that airway, putting something into the lungs to make you able to breathe. We do intravenous lines in this event for medication purposes to take away some of that chest pain or to take away some of the problems that you have with respiratory distress. There are 3 programs offered at Tri-C. You have what's called the Emergency Medical Responder. This is usually done through the Fire Academy, through their Advanced Training Office, 48-hour program. And usually first responders are the type of people that you find in business. For example, Ford, Chevy, Charter Steel. They have large facilities that they use for their workers. And because they are a big type of a unit, they sometimes have people on call to get to someone who's injured or who gets sick at their service and try and give some care until the ambulance arrives. We at the college, we do the EMT, which is the Emergency Medical Technician, and the paramedic program. The hour change for us, it's a 164-hour course. It takes 1 semester to complete. It is offered at all 4 main campuses. And this is the case where you get into the medical and trauma assessments, the advanced airways, medications such as Narcan, nitro tabs for chest pain, asthma medications that we can do in the field to help relieve some people of their distress. The paramedic program, on the other hand, is the one that involves the most training. The paramedic courses are also the ones where you have people working in hospitals, fire departments, because of the requirements to become a member of the departments now. It is a 972-hour program. It involves 3 college semesters, which includes summer semester. Usually no break. Once you get started, we want to get you through. We are state and nationally accredited, so everything that we do for the paramedic program is almost accepted to all states nationwide. And 400 hours of the time out of that 900 is spent at clinical sites. You're in the hospital emergency rooms. We'll go to the respiratory departments. You're out with fire departments and actually trying to see what the emergency medical services is on a 911 basis and how people have to jump at any minute, at any time to take care of an emergency to help someone in need. So in order to get into the program, we do have a math and English requirement. The math requirement is being able to enroll in pre-algebra, and the English requirement is English composition. In both cases, with EMTs and paramedics, there is requirements to calculate medications, to IV flows, so there's an object here with math. And for English, you are preparing professional reports reports that can become a source of help with you in terms of a lawsuit, or if you have to go to court to protect about what you have done. And in this case, the reports are something, if they're very well written, it's good for you to have. Fingerprint submission is also required by the state of Ohio. We are required to make sure that you meet all the background requirements and make sure that you do not have any felonies, or there's not anything pending for you, because in the state will abide by what the background check reads and determine if you can be certified or not. On the medical side, we have to make sure you meet the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccinations, chickenpox, tuberculosis. You have to have a physical. So a lot of this stuff that's involved in this program is requirements for the hospitals as well as the clinical sites. When you go in to take care of somebody, they kind of want to make sure that you, if you are exposed, you're going to be okay. In the area now, there's about 265,000 jobs in this area in 2019. Divided up, 20% are with local communities such as fire departments, city EMS services. 46% of the EMTs and the paramedics are involved with ambulance services, such as Don Martin's and Sons, physicians, community care. And 18% are usually involved in the hospital setting, and a lot of this is in the emergency room. So depending upon who your employer is and where you work, the salary ranges can be anywhere from $21,000 to $37,000, not $2,100. That's $21,000 to $37,000. If you get into some of the ambulance services and that kind of environment. However, when you get up into the fire paramedic program, salaries can go as high as $60,000 to $70,000. Cleveland EMS has a salary range between $42,000 and $61,000. So again, a lot of this depends upon what level you're trained at, and of course where you are employed. So what do we offer for you as a student? We have certificates as well as associate degrees. The short-term certificate for the EMT goes with the basic program, and usually when you complete the one semester and you take the EMT course and the anatomy and physiology course, you get a short-term certificate from the college. We also have a certificate of proficiency in the paramedic program, which is earned upon completion of the paramedic course. And as you go on a little further, we have the applied associate's degree of EMT. And we also have a new one, which started a couple of years ago, called the Applied Associate of Applied Science for Fire Emergency Medical Services. This is tied in with the fire program. 49 credit hours, I believe, are set aside in fire and emergency medical services. And once you get those certifications, you have another 12 hours left to complete the degree requirement. Other things we have what's called the Howard Family Fire EMS Scholarship. We use the workforce scholarships, again, which provide money towards students seeking some kind of financial aid. We also have the GI Bill for veterans, which is covered under our program, as well as the financial aid if you're eligible to do financial aid. And for us, again, not only do we have the application process, you can also contact us by phone. 216-987-4449 is the general phone number for the EMS service. Okay.
Thanks, Mr. Bach. Just a question for you. Tri-C is conveniently located throughout the county, with campuses downtown at our Metro campus, in Parma Heights and Parma, on our east side of town, and conveniently located all the way out west in West Shore. Do you teach EMS and paramedic at all 4 locations?
That is correct. At all 4 locations, you can get the program. And again, the time of night, that option as well.
Excellent. That's probably why your program is the largest in the state of Ohio and serves as the model with regard to the state EMS offices, et cetera, and is consistently put out there as a model for other institutions to emulate. So thank you so much, Professor Bach. I appreciate that. With that, I'd like to swing over, change up gears a little bit. Candace Story, the Honorable Candace Story, is an attorney. She also is the lead for our paralegal program. Our paralegal program has gained fame nationally, and within Northeast Ohio is the leader in legal studies. So with that, Candace.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Dr. P. As Dr. P said, my name is Candace Story, and I direct the Paralegal Studies program at Tri-C. For those of you who may not know exactly what a paralegal is or what a paralegal does, paralegals are basically lawyers' assistants. They're kind of like the right-hand man or the right-hand woman to a lawyer. So they can do a lot of the same things that lawyers do, but the nice thing is that they only have to go to school for 2 years to get their associate's degree in paralegal studies. Things that paralegals do, you know, some days paralegals may be interviewing new clients coming into a law firm. Paralegals may be assisting with legal research. They could be drafting legal documents, or they could even be assisting attorneys in the courtroom. So kind of those courtroom dramas that you see on TV, a lot of times the people sitting at the tables in the courtroom with the client not only include lawyers, but also paralegals as well. So if you have good communication skills, attention to detail, decent technology skills, and you're organized, paralegal could be a really great profession for you to consider. Another great thing about the paralegal studies program is that it is offered completely online now. So, you know, again, it doesn't really matter where you live, you're able to participate in the program. Our classes being online, some are synchronous, some are asynchronous, but either way, you don't necessarily have to come to campus. All of our students do get practical experience in their very final semester before they graduate. We pair you up with a legal employer so you can get some hands-on training, you know, actually seeing what it's like to work as a paralegal. As far as the job outlook is fantastic for paralegals right now. I get phone calls and emails every week from legal employers wanting me to advertise, you know, positions, vacancies, paralegal vacancies that they're looking to fill. The profession as a whole is expected to grow faster than average over the next number of years. So a lot of opportunity in this area. There's also a lot of opportunity to continue to advance yourself while we offer an associate's degree. If law school is something that you're thinking of, you know, you can get your start here at Tri-C by earning your associate's degree and then working with our transfer center to transfer your credits to a 4-year institution, earn your bachelor's degree, and then ultimately go to law school. So a lot of opportunity out there. I'm certainly happy to answer any questions. You can call me at 216-987-5112, and I'm happy to meet with people in my office physically or set up a WebEx, whatever is most convenient for you.
So Candace, one of the exceptional things about the program is the great job you do in keeping in contact with alumni of the paralegal program of Cuyahoga Community College. Could you share with us an example of a student who started out through paralegal and went on to law school and maybe has now their own practice or something?
Sure. So we have a number of students who decide to continue their education. In fact, we have, I believe, currently 2 students attending Cleveland Marshall College of Law, one at Akron. We certainly have graduates who have gone on to earn their law degree and open their own law practice as well. So it really is an area that you can take as far as you'd like. Of course, we have a number of students who go through the program and find a job before they even graduate, and they, you know, have a successful career as a paralegal working for law firms, the federal government. We have paralegals in DC working for the Department of Labor. You can work for legal aid societies, nonprofits, corporations. So, you know, not only is there a lot of opportunity, but there's a lot of diversity as far as, you know, what type of job, you know, that you really are looking for.
Thank you so much. And again, congratulations to you and your faculty on the new advancement of being able to offer this program completely online. That's outstanding. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And certainly the last person I would like to introduce to you, who takes care of all the fires, that's because he is the head of fire safety, fire education at Cuyahoga Community College. Not only is he an exceptional leader, he's also a good friend of mine. So with that, Mr. Dan Wakus.
Thank you, Dr. Plaskanka, for that very nice introduction. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I am Dan Wakus. I am the Director of Fire Education and Training here at the Public Safety Center of Excellence. And actually, I want to thank Ed Bach for actually covering quite a bit of the information that I actually was going to cover with you as well in terms of prerequisites and things of that nature, background checks and so on and so forth for entry into the Fire Training Academy. Those same requirements also hold for the Fire Academy as well. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them. But I do want to share just a little overview of what we do at the Fire Training Academy. We've been in existence here at the college actually since 1971. We're in our 50th year. And we are one of the first training charters in the state of Ohio. We hold charter number 003 with the Ohio Department of Public Safety Division of EMS. There are actually, if you are interested in a career in the fire service, there are really 3 credentials that you're going to require in order to apply for positions with fire departments locally, statewide, and actually throughout the country. First off is our area, which is the Fire Academy. The Firefighter Basic Academy is actually a minimum of 260 hours as required by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. Our course, our Basic Fire Academy actually exceeds 300 hours of instruction. While you are enrolled in the Fire Training Academy, you're actually a full-time student, and you will have curriculum within the Fire Academy that covers 7 credit courses. They are Fire 1500, Principles of Emergency Services, Fire 1200, Principles of Fire and Emergency Services Safety and Survival, Fire 1500, Fire Behavior and Combustion, Fire 2321, Fire Protection Systems, and then the EMT curriculum, EMT 1310, which is BLS CPR recertification, EMT 1320, Heavy Rescue, and EMT 1330, Defensive Driving, or Emergency Vehicle Operations. So as a full-time student in the Fire Training Academy, you are eligible for financial aid, and there are also scholarships available that we can assist you in applying for. These 13 credits you're earning in the Fire Training Academy are often recommended for you in your first semester if you are pursuing your Associate of Applied Science in Fire and EMS. Job opportunities in the fire service right now are abundant. The Bureau of Labor Statistics tells us that we'll probably see a 6% growth in the field through 2029, which is actually higher than the average of most other career paths. Median annual salary for firefighters in this area, state of Ohio and nationwide, is over $56,000 per year. We work 24-hour shifts, which allows us to then be off for 48 hours before we come back on shift. That unique work schedule lends itself to other opportunities for other employment, opportunities to pursue higher education, and things of that nature as well. Our Fire Academy is offered in 3 different versions. We are actually in the final week of our 7-week summer, what we refer to as our boot camp academy, which meets Monday through Friday. Then we offer in the spring and the fall 2 other options: a 10-week day academy, which meets Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8:45 until 5:30 p.m. And then there's also a 16-week night and weekend academy, which meets Tuesday and Thursday evenings, as well as all day on Saturday. So we have options to allow for various work and home life kind of commitments. And as I said earlier, we are one of the oldest established fire training academies in the state of Ohio. We are very well respected. And most of the fire paramedics serving and protecting in communities throughout this region have walked through and graduated and walked through the halls and sat in the seats here in the Fire Training Academy at Tri-C, and they are now out there serving in communities all over the area. If you have any questions whatsoever regarding our Fire Training Academy, we're happy to have you call us 216-987-5076. That will get you through to Mary Paulus, who is our program assistant here for the Fire Training Academies. We'd be happy to schedule a tour, WebEx meeting, whatever works best for you. And we look forward to seeing you here sometime soon.
Thank you, Mr. Wakus. I appreciate your comments. I also can't emphasize enough. Do you have an estimate of the number of firehouses in Northeast Ohio?
You know what? I should have that information, but I don't, Doctor. Let me give you an example, and I've got a lot of feedback here, Dr. P. I will give you an example. At a meeting not too long ago, I was with Chief Mike Lasky from the Parma Fire Department, one of our neighbors here. Parma, the city of Parma is one of the largest suburban communities in the state of Ohio. They have a fire department with over 90 personnel. I think they have close to 100 firefighters on their department. 99% of them came through the Fire Training Academy here at Tri-C. And that's about the story for most of the departments in this area. We also have firefighters who venture out from the state of Ohio. When you graduate the Fire Academy here, you also will be what is referred to as Pro Board certified. That Pro Board certification allows for reciprocity across state lines. So if you do wish to relocate, you can take your fire credentials with you from the state of Ohio and gain reciprocity and certification in other states in our union.
Thanks so much. And I apologize for putting you on the spot, asking you the number of firehouses in Northeast Ohio. If it was me, I would have answered a lot.
Well, how about all of them?
That's awesome. It's kind of like how many people, why is there a fence around a cemetery? People are dying. And that's what Ed's team prevents people from getting to the cemetery. I can't tell you enough how impressed and proud I am to be able to work alongside some of the greatest first responders, court reporters, attorneys in the state and in many cases the nation. It's a phenomenal division. It's a phenomenal career path, but it takes time, it takes commitment. But I can also assure you that each of the individuals you have met with, plus all of our faculty and staff, are here for one reason: to get you from point A, where you are today, to point B, walking across that graduation stage and into that fantastic career that you are choosing. And to go ahead and to kind of pave that path of how you get from point A, where you are, to point B, I'd like to bring back Danielle.
All right, thanks, Dr. P. I'm going to go ahead and share a couple slides here, so bear with me one moment. Alrighty. So as I mentioned earlier, my name is Danielle Schwager. I am a recruiter at Tri-C. I'm just going to talk for just a couple of minutes here. You've heard a lot about the different programs within our Public Safety Center of Excellence that Tri-C can offer. All in all, we have over 200 associate degree and certificate opportunities. So if you are looking within the Public Safety Center of Excellence or outside of that, there's a lot to choose from, and we can help you get there. So my job is to help you get through that admission process. So this is a high-level overview depending on what type of student you are. So a new student is somebody who is brand new to college. So that's someone who has never taken any college level coursework before, after graduating from high school or earning their GED certificate. A transfer student is somebody who has completed college level coursework outside of Tri-C and wants to bring that coursework and credits with them to the college. A transient student here is somebody who is just visiting. So let's say you go to another college or university, but you're home for the summer and you want to take a couple classes and earn a certificate while you're at Tri-C, or you want to take that credit back with you to your home institution, you would be considered a transient or a visiting student. We also have returning students. So if you're somebody who's taken Tri-C classes before, you've stepped out for a little while and you want to come back, you can reapply as a returning student. So just to put it simply, to get the process going is if you have not taken classes at Tri-C in at least 3 semesters, you're going to apply to the college or reapply to the college. So it all starts with that online application. The nice thing is our application process is free, so it does not cost you anything to apply to Tri-C. We also offer financial aid to students who qualify, so that's assistance from the government to help you go to school. In order to help us determine what type of assistance you can receive, we ask students to complete a form called the FAFSA. That stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. It is something that you would do every single academic year, which is the fall, spring, and summer semester in that order. And so that's something you would do every year, and we can help you through that process. So our office on campus would be able to help you with that. We would ask you to send transcripts. A high school transcript is required for financial aid and scholarship purposes, or a GED in that regard. College transcripts, again, if you want to bring any credit with you to Tri-C and eliminate some placement testing for you, we want to make sure we give you all the credit we can. So if you have prior college transcripts, you want to make sure you send that to us. If you are a brand new college student, we do have to have English and math placement scores on file. So if you have taken the ACT or the SAT within the past couple of years, we can use those scores if they're high enough. We can use your English GPA for English placement. But all in all, the simplest thing is if you don't have anything like that, you can just do math and English placement testing at Tri-C. All of our testing right now is remote. And again, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to do any of our placement tests. And really, all the placement tests do is help our counselors determine what classes they can encourage you to take next. They want to advise you to take the correct classes, and so those scores give them a hand in doing so. New students have to go through orientation. We have a couple different formats to do that right now as we slowly trickle back to in-person opportunities. And then all students can meet with a counselor. So our counselors serve as academic advisors, and they're the ones who are going to talk to you about your interests and help you create an academic plan and select classes. And then afterwards, you register. So if you are a returning student, you can talk with a counselor. Visiting students, it's a little bit of a different process. But for new transfer returning students, once you register for classes, payment arrangements have to be in place. But you build your schedule, you register for the classes that you want to. So just a few things to note here. We have multiple locations throughout Northeast Ohio. That's really convenient for our students. You can take classes that are close to home, close to work, or a mix of both. We also have a lot of course flexibility. So if you're somebody who wants to do online classes or online and in-person classes, know that we have a mix and a variety of class options available to you, as well as day, evening, and weekend classes. Every student gets an RTA pass, so we never want transportation to prevent a student from earning a quality education. So that's a part of your tuition at Tri-C. We also have veterans benefits. So if you are a veteran, the child of a veteran, or the spouse of a veteran, you may be eligible to receive tuition benefits at the college, and we have staff on hand to give you a hand in getting that paperwork completed so you can earn those benefits. Student Accessibility Services is an office that helps students who need accommodations. So if you are a student who needs extra test taking time or a quiet test taking space, or you had an IEP in high school and you want to continue those services at the college level, you can work with our Student Accessibility Services office to get that taken care of. Our Transfer Center helps students transfer out of Tri-C. So a lot of students plan to come to Tri-C, earn a certificate, earn an associate's degree, but then they want to transfer and finish their bachelor's down the line. Obviously, we don't offer those bachelor's degrees at Tri-C, but we've got partnerships with several institutions around the state and around the country to help you earn that bachelor's degree. And our Transfer Center can help you build those connections early and get connected to our four-year partners so you can make sure you're taking the right classes that will not only transfer to that institution, but be applicable towards your ultimate bachelor's degree. We have free tutoring in a variety of subject areas. We also have a writing center that helps students with papers and lab reports. Our career services will help you find that internship job, build that resume, work on your cover letter, and help you with interview skills as well. Student life and athletics. So there's lots of ways to get involved. There's student organizations you can participate in. There are athletic opportunities. Those have been suspended for the upcoming academic year, but those are set to resume in 2022. And then lastly, affordability. We have, as I mentioned before, financial aid opportunities with the FAFSA. We have a number of tuition incentives. So if you decide to go to school as a full-time student, you can actually get money back just by being enrolled full-time. And then we also have scholarship opportunities, which is free money to help you go to school. So there's lots of great ways to help finance your education, and we can assist you with that. If you have more questions or need more information, please know there's a recruitment specialist at every campus who can assist you. There's a couple specialized recruiters for a couple of our programs within health careers and hospitality management, but all of us have the basic knowledge and skills to assist you with whatever your next step may be. So with that, I just want to remind you right now that all of our steps can be completed remotely, but if you want to come to campus, we are expanding our in-person services. We're currently open on Mondays and Thursdays from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And starting here in August, we should be open all 5 days a week. So we're here to help you, whether it's virtually or in person. And please know you can reach out to any of us with any questions. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Plaskanka to wrap up. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat or the Q&A section, and we will get to those before we wrap up today.
Thank you, Danielle. And I can't tell you enough, the number of students that I've had the opportunity to work with over the years at Tri-C who felt stressed, confused, and when they found you, and you just laid out everything very simply, they feel great. So thanks for always making a difference in students' lives by making the pathway to realizing their dreams so simple. So thank you so much. So with that, I thank you for all of your attention and your time. I am not seeing any questions appear in the chat room. So with that, we will bring this session to a close unless there is any burning questions. Seeing none, I thank you all for your attention. I thank the team for your insightful comments, and thank you, Danielle, for making everything come to fruition at Cuyahoga Community College. Have a great day, everyone.